Welcome to Wisdom Trek with Gramps. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, and we are on day 2737 of our trek. The purpose of Wisdom Trek is to create a legacy of wisdom, to seek out discernment and insights, and to boldly grow where few have chosen to grow before. The title of today's Wisdom Trek is The Eternal Exaltation and the Flourishing Righteous. Today we conclude our journey through Psalm 92, the beautiful song for the Sabbath day. We are covering the final triumphant verses 8 through 15 in the New Living Translation. In our last conversation, we affirmed that it is good to give thanks to the Lord, proclaiming His unfailing love in the morning and His faithfulness in the evening, Psalm 92, verses 1 through 4. We wrestled with the temporary flourishing of the wicked, who sprout like grass, but concluded that they are destined to be destroyed forever, for God's thoughts are simply deeper than anyone can. Comprehend Psalm 92, verses 5 through 7. Now, the psalm moves to its magnificent climax. It declares the eternal nature of God's sovereignty, contrasts the certain ruin of His foes with the flourishing destiny of the righteous, and celebrates the lifelong vitality of those who trust in the Most High. This final section is a powerful declaration of vindication and blessing, a perfect capstone to the Sabbath celebration. So, let us open our hearts to this triumphant assurance, embracing the destiny of the righteous and the certainty of God's eternal rule. The first segment is the eternal judgment and the exaltation of the righteous. Psalm 92, verses 8 through 11. But you, O Lord, will remain supreme forever. Your enemies, Lord, will be destroyed. All evildoers will be scattered. But you have made me as strong as a wild ox. You have poured olive oil on my head. My eyes have seen the downfall of my enemies. My ears have heard the defeat of my wicked foes. After acknowledging the fleeting power of the wicked, the psalmist immediately shifts focus to the unchanging reality of God's reign. But you, O Lord, will remain supreme forever. The "but" is the most important word in the psalm, signaling the ultimate pivot from the temporary to the eternal. The wicked are ephemeral, but God will remain supreme forever. This affirms His sovereignty over all time and space, including His supreme position over the divine council, guaranteeing that His justice will prevail. Because God is eternally supreme, the fate of His enemies is sealed. Your enemies, Lord, will be destroyed. All evildoers will be scattered. This is a prophetic certainty, a final judgment that will come upon those who defy God and do evil. They will be destroyed, abhad, utterly ruined, and scattered, para, dispersed and defeated, like chaff in the wind. This provides the ultimate comfort to the righteous. While the wicked may flourish for a time, their final end is guaranteed ruin. In contrast to the destruction of the wicked, the righteous believer is guaranteed exaltation and divine favor. But you have made me as strong as a wild ox. You have poured olive oil on my head. The wild ox, Ram, was a symbol of unparalleled strength, vigor, and untamable power in the ancient world. The psalmist is blessed with spiritual and physical vitality, a strength that is robust and invincible. The pouring of olive oil on his head is an act of anointing, symbolizing divine favor, consecration, and a fresh infusion of blessing or spiritual power. This anointing sets the righteous apart and gives them the strength necessary for life's battles. The psalm shifts from prophecy to present tense, celebrating the vindication already experienced. My eyes have seen the downfall of my enemies. My ears have heard the defeat of my wicked foes. The psalmist speaks as if the victory is already accomplished, celebrating the visible evidence of God's justice. He has seen and heard the downfall and defeat of the wicked. This powerful assurance is the fruit of dwelling in God's presence, a clear, first-hand witness to the justice of God that confirms the truth of the Sabbath song. The second segment is the flourishing destiny of the faithful. Psalm 92. Verses 12 through 15. But the godly will flourish like palm trees, and grow tall like the cedars of Lebanon, for they are transplanted into the Lord's own house. They flourish in the courts of our God. Even in old age, they will still produce fruit. They will remain vital and green. They will declare, "The Lord is just. He is my rock. There is no evil in Him." The psalm now presents the climactic, beautiful destiny of the righteous, contrasting their enduring vigor with the fleeting existence of the wicked grass. But the godly will flourish like palm trees and grow tall like the cedars of Lebanon. The godly tzaddik are those who are morally and spiritually righteous. Their flourishing is likened to two powerful symbols of longevity and vitality. 1. The palm tree, known in the ancient Near East for its straightness, enduring greenness, and steady fruit production, even in arid conditions. 2. The cedars of Lebanon, known for their massive size, strength, and longevity, often living for hundreds of years. The psalmist assures the righteous that their life will be marked by strength, beauty, and duration, defying the quick decay of the wicked. The source of this incredible vitality is the proximity to God, for they are transplanted into the Lord's own house. They flourish in the courts of our God. The flourishing of the righteous is not inherent. It is environmental. They are not native to the courts. They are transplanted, shathal, carefully planted. They draw their life and vigor from the very presence of God, from the spiritual nourishment found in the temple, the Lord's house, and its courts. This emphasizes that spiritual thriving is directly linked to spiritual proximity to God. This divine life force continues even when human strength fades. Even in old age, they will still produce fruit. They will remain vital and green. This promise directly refutes the natural fear of mortality and decline that Moses lamented in Psalm 90. While the bodies may weaken, the spiritual life of the godly will remain fruitful, vital descend, fatness richness, and green rayonant, fresh and vigorous. This is the ultimate hope for a life of enduring legacy, that our usefulness and vitality in God's service will not diminish with age. The conclusion of the psalm provides the final testimony and truth that this flourishing life declares. They will declare, "The Lord is just. He is my rock. There is no evil in him." The blessed life of the righteous becomes a visible, undeniable declaration of God's perfect character. God is just, yea, sure. The flourishing of the righteous and the downfall of the wicked proves that God is morally upright and acts fairly. God is my rock sewer. He is the unshakable foundation of their security and strength. God is pure. There is no evil in him. This is the ultimate affirmation, confirming that God's power is always righteous, holy, and untainted by injustice. This final declaration is the very purpose of the Sabbath song, to proclaim God's righteousness to the world, and to affirm, through a life of enduring fruitfulness, that He is the perfect rock of our salvation. If you found this podcast insightful, please subscribe and leave us a review. Then encourage your friends and family to join us, and come along tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, Creating a Legacy. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, mentor, and, most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through this Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. As we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and create a great day every day. See you next time for more daily wisdom.